I had to just look up and make sure that it was called Masters of the Universe and not Master of the Universe. Um, and that's the film that I'm going to talk about today. I watched Masters of the Universe on Amazon Prime, and I didn't know anything about it other than like the cartoon, which was just slightly ahead of before my time, not ahead, before my time. So my older brother was into He Man, but um, yeah, just kind of turned it on, thought probably won't like this, and ended up watching it. So this is my review on Masters of the Universe. Okay, so I turned this on and quite literally had my hand on the remote as it was on, ready to exit out of the video. I thought for sure that I wasn't going to like this movie. The trailer I had seen looked, I don't know, it almost looked like AI or something. Like it just looked like, oh, just a bunch of like green screen computer graphics and yada yada. And maybe there was a lot of that. I don't know. But like, it kind of pulled me in pretty quick in the sense that like it just felt like an older movie. Like they actually used like a lot of extras and the writing was pretty good. There was a lot of self-awareness in the writing to like add comedy to it, which I thought was a little heavy-handed. I think they could have dialed that back just a smidge, but like even with all of that, it was pretty good. Now, I'm saying good in the realm of the superhero, sci-fi, fantasy, action kind of films like this. I'm not comparing this with like Godfather or something like that, but like I actually really enjoyed it, and the acting was good. Computer graphics were okay, but it's like the world itself looked all kind of like that, so it just blended well. I was pleasantly surprised, and I totally wrote this movie off, wasn't even going to watch it, started it because I was bored, and actually really enjoyed it. What stood out to me the most about this film, which was really weird and surprising, was the action. Like the fight choreography was exceptional, like really, really good. And not just like watching something like John Wick or Atomic Blonde or something like that, where it's got like good fight choreography that's like action cool or whatever. This was like Indiana Jones choreography. So if you watch something like Temple of Doom, even just the beginning scene where there's the diamond and he drinks the poison and he needs the antidote and the bad guy wants the or no, the woman wants the diamond. So anyways, there's this huge action sequence at the beginning of this film, but it's like you're following there's like a micro story within the action scene. So you're able to follow along and feel the tension of like he needs to get the antidote. I don't know. I probably should look that up, but because I guess there's an anecdote you can make about something and an antidote, anti venom, anti poison, anti poison. Maybe I'll say that. Anyways, he's trying to get that vial to survive. And she wants to get the diamond, and everything keeps getting kicked around, and they can't get to it, and there's gunshots going and action. This is a long roundabout way to say that's kind of how the action felt in Masters of the Universe. Every punch, every swing of a weapon, every bad guy that came at them that they had to fight, even the small henchmen that were, coming at them, everything had a purpose and everything was intentional. And on top of that, everything felt like it had stakes. Like like every single fist punch, you could follow it and you felt the tension of it. And man, you don't see that in action films. Like it's usually just a lot of like really fast stuff and the camera's moving around. And it's almost like even if they use a choreographer, it doesn't really feel like they use a choreographer because you can't like you're like I don't know, I don't know what's going on, and it doesn't really seem to matter. They just keep punching each other, and we all know that the good guy's gonna win or whatever, like all of that. But this was great. Like I was really impressed with how they managed to help me be engaged and follow along with the fight scenes, that they were also like slow enough that I could follow along, but they didn't feel slow. Again, everything felt very intentional. It definitely seemed like they actually had a shot list and then they storyboarded the whole thing like Spielberg would do with like an Indiana Jones film. So I don't know that that's what they did, but it definitely felt like they did that. The other really knockout thing was the acting. I was really blown away. Like I thought they all did really well, um and I'm gonna say his name wrong, so I better look it up real quick. Well, I know his name, but I'm just always worried that I'm gonna say his name wrong. Was it Idris Elba? Elba? Idris Elba, I think. Um, I mean, I've loved him in everything he's been in, but like he was great in this. I mean, he really stole the show. I think he was by far the best, the funniest, the coolest. He was awesome in this film. Also, don't want to start crazy controversy because I know he turned it down, but man, he really would have been a really good James Bond. Like I know they're like trying. I think they're still trying to find the next James Bond. He he would be great. Like I wish he would say yes. But yeah, he was awesome in it. Everyone else was awesome in it too, but he was just like top notch. Every time he was on screen, I was invested. I was laughing. I was, laughing silently to myself. I was not laughing out loud. It's not that level of comedy, but yeah, he was really good. The comedy bit brings me to one of the negative points. I didn't think the comedy was that great. It was just a very self-aware comedy, which it wasn't breaking the fourth wall like Deadpool, but it was like everything else about Deadpool in the sense that like we know we're making a, you know, goofy sci-fi fantasy superhero flick and we're going to wink wink at you a lot to let you know that we're doing that. And don't get me wrong, I'm okay with that sometimes, and some of it worked. I felt like there was too much of it, and a lot of it really wasn't that funny. And I feel like when you do too much of that, and this happens in other films too, especially like Marvel, where it almost deflates the tension and the stakes because it's like, oh, we're actually no, we're in a comedy. That's right, which is okay. That's people like that, which is why they keep writing films like that. But I thought the comedy was just not that great. That being said, there were a lot of comedy joke style things centered around like his job, like working in a corporate world and specifically being in an HR department. And holy moly, that like they like knocked that out of the ballpark. Like his interaction with his boss when he's getting in trouble. This happens near the beginning of the film. It like I mean, if you've worked in a modern corporate environment these days, which I would assume a lot of people have, no matter what level you are, I mean, you just see all of that kind of verbiage and stuff where they're pretending to be happy and saying all these words. And, it's like that was pretty good. Like, I wasn't expecting that. And it really was solid. And whoever wrote that understands what it's like in that world, how unauthentic the corporate workforce world is that we all have to deal with still to this day. And it's almost worse than back in the 90s when you watch Office Space, where, you know, that was once a reality. Now the reality is what happens in this movie, where it's like everybody pretends that they're happy and this is the greatest place to work and we're all a family. And it's like, you start hearing that stuff, I'm telling you, that is red flags. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. Probably just because I enjoyed this movie and it makes me excited to talk about it. And it was fun. It's a fun popcorn movie. If you want to pop something on a Friday night, it's worth it. I will say a little long. I don't think it overstayed its welcome. I think every bit of the length made sense and every scene was okay to be in there. But that being said, it still is just a little long. And if you don't have a lot of time in your life, sometimes it's hard to squeeze in a long movie. It just felt a little long. I liked the sets. I liked the bad guys, their makeup, their prosthetics, their teeth and arm appendage metal stuff. It was good. It was really good. Really well done. And yeah, it's a fun movie. And actually, I do think this one's worth watching. To me, so far, it's kind of the biggest surprise of 2026. I definitely don't think it's the best movie of 2026, but definitely the biggest surprise. I really did not think anything about this movie, totally wrote it off, and I'm glad that I watched it. And so I'm letting you all know if you all have also written it off and thought this is going to be the dumbest thing ever. And you know what? Maybe you still won't like it. Give it 15 minutes. If you don't like it, turn it off. I wouldn't say, like, if you're on the fence, don't pay money to rent it. But if you have Amazon Prime, just give it a try. 15 minutes, you don't like it, turn it off. No harm. Move on with your life. But I gave it 15 minutes and it kind of sucked me in and actually enjoyed it more than I thought that I would. So, yeah, Masters of the Universe. Who knew that it was going to be a nice little surprise? So anyways, that's my review. If you want to watch more of these, go check out my other videos. I released one on Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, and Odyssey, films like that, Obsession. So go check out those videos as well. If you want to watch more of me ramble on about movies, then please subscribe. Please let me know what you think about the videos in the comments. Let me know what you think about the film in the comments as well. Maybe you absolutely hated the film. That's fine. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much for watching my videos. It means a lot, and I will see you on the next one.